Hi to today's SFA webinar. My name is Louise Kenrick and today I'm going to talk to you about the SFA National Small Business Awards 2018. I'm just going to talk to you about some tips for creating hopefully a winning SFA Awards entry. So first of all, I just wanted to go through a few housekeeping items with you. So this webinar will be recorded and made available on the SFA website after the session, so you can play it back and it can guide you then when you're actually filling out your application form. If you have any questions during the webinar, please type them into the questions sections of the control panel at any time during the webinar and I will answer them at the end. Okay, so the agenda then for today's webinar is what's in it for you, why should your business submit an application for the SFA Awards. Then I'm going to talk through the entry requirements for the awards, the different award categories and the criteria for each category. And then I'm going to provide some tips for completing your application. These are from the judging panel, things that they're looking for. I suppose some tips that make a good application and then also key dates in the awards programme. So the SFA National Small Business Awards, they celebrate the achievement of small business in Ireland and our aim is to recognise the vital contribution of the small business community to the Irish economy. The awards are now in their 14th year and the awards patron is the Taoiseach Varadkar and you'll see we've the photo there from the launch last week. So it's great to have support of government in this programme again for 2018. So then if you're sort of thinking, why should I apply for the awards? There is a great package on offer for all the finalists. So there is 35 to 40 finalists shortlisted in the awards programme and the prize package for all finalists is valued at €50,000. So this includes participation in a finalist networking event, which is in December. Then there's a comprehensive strategic management development programme sponsored by SkillNets, who are a management training partner. So that's going to be a masterclass weekend in January. So this week, there's a range of different topics covered, such as media and communications, digital marketing, HR advice, and leadership training, and many other topics. Another part of another part of the prize package is you get a 20% discounted participation on a management development program from SkillNets throughout the year. Another element then of the prize package is free participation in the SFA Business Connect event, which will be taking place in February next year. All the awards finalists are promoted in the national print and broadcast media, so it's a really great way of getting your brand out there into the public domain and raising your brand awareness. Each finalist also gets an interview in a specially commissioned Irish Independent Award supplement. So I'm just going to show you quickly last year's awards supplement. So you'll see this is a supplement that went out in the Independent on the day of the awards gala. So you'll see there all our sponsors, a comment from our chair. And you'll see then our sponsors are profiled as well in this supplement. Then each finalist gets a half page. So you can work with the editor of a supplement on that and also get a photo. So that's a great publicity there for your business, which is included for all finalists in the awards programme. So finalists also get 5 invited places to the awards gala ceremony. So this is a black tie event, it's the culmination of the awards programme, which takes place in the RDS in February. And then they also get a finalist logo. So we've had feedback from previous finalists who say this, having this finalist logo, say if you're the finalist in the Exporter of the Year category, it can really help them when you're going to, say tender for business, or if you're applying for funding, sort of get that stamp of recognition that you can then use on tenders, on your marketing materials, on your website. People have really, been really favourable towards having the logo. And the additional prizes then for the category winners, and they get an awards trophy and certificate. They get 1 year's free membership of the SFA, and they get the winner logo. And then the overall winner gets a winner's trophy, a bursary of €5,000 to present to a charity of their choice. This is funded by the 2013 overall winner from the awards, that was Megazyne International Ireland. And finally, the overall winner gets a responsible businesses practices checkup and action plan from Business in the Community Ireland. So as you'll see, there's a great prize package on offer for all finalists, so it really is worth your time completing an application form and entering. Okay, so I'm just going to move on now to the entry requirements. So for the awards programme, the awards entrants must comply with the following entry criteria. So all small businesses, the competition is open to all small businesses who have up to a maximum of 50 employees. So this includes staff employed in the company on a fixed term contract basis in excess of 12 months, and also part-time staff who work in excess of 20 hours per week, but this excludes temporary agency workers. The company must be in operation for at least 2 years in the Republic of Ireland. There's an exception. We do have an emerging new business category, which is for companies who are less than 2 years in operation. So for all the categories, you have to be established for at least 2 years, except the emerging new business, which is for the new businesses who've just started up within the last 2 years. Next criteria, they cannot be a branch of another businesses. If another business, franchises can enter. Businesses can enter more than one category, and also businesses or individuals can nominate themselves, can enter themselves into the awards, or they can be nominated by another associated professional, such as your, say, your solicitor, training provider, accountant, etc. So then we do have 8 award categories. There's manufacturing, food and drink, services, outstanding small business, innovator of the year, sustainable energy, exporter of the year, and then the emerging new business category, which I referred to earlier. So I'm just going to talk through the criteria for each of the category, because often a question we do receive each year in the awards is which category should I enter? So I just want to go through the criteria for each category and hopefully make it a bit easier for you to identify which category or categories that you think you'll be best placed for. So first of all, the manufacturing category, this is sponsored by Energia. So it's open to manufacturing companies with up to 50 employees. The aim of the category is to award outstanding achievement in business growth and management, including sales turnover and employee numbers. So to be successful in this category, you should demonstrate that you had clear goals to support your vision, successful R&D program, a degree of innovation, an export marketing strategy, and also expansion in local and overseas markets. Second category then is the food and drink category, sponsored by Borbia. This is open, as the title suggests, to food and drink companies with up to 50 employees. The aim of this category is to award outstanding achievement in the food and drink industry, recognising the commitment, excellence and passion of people who work within it. So to be successful, you should demonstrate strong business growth, illustrating your expansion into local and or overseas markets, a commitment to market-led innovation, and also a strong marketing strategy built on consumer and customer insight. The next category is services, sponsored by 3. And this is open to companies in the services sector, again with up to 50 employees. The aim of this category is to award outstanding achievement by the services sector in Ireland, focusing attention on the company's employees and customers. To be successful in this category, you should demonstrate that you have clear goals to support your service marketing strategy, focusing on your customers, service value, employees, service quality, differentiation, productivity, and overseas marketing of service, if appropriate. Then on to the outstanding small business category, sponsored by AIB. This category aims to award outstanding achievement, innovative business concept, growth and good management skills for a company with 5 employees or less. So this category is a bit different, that it's just open to companies who have 5 employees or less. So to be successful in this category, you should demonstrate that you have clear goals to support your vision, progress towards your goals, the market industry presence, whether this is domestic and or overseas, your customers and your business goals for the future. And then onto the Innovator of the Year category. This is sponsored by Enterprise Ireland. It awards outstanding achievement and recognises employees, singular employee or employees within a company who have demonstrated excellence and creativity in the design, development and introduction into the marketplace of one or more technologically significant products over the past 5 years. So to be successful in this category, you must have created one or more unique and innovative products, processes or software that have been introduced into the marketplace within the past 5 years. And these products must have demonstrated technological significance and solves an outstanding need or problem that other products up to that point in time were not able to effectively solve. And the selection of the winner of this category will be based on the relative merits of each product, the relative value to society and the marketplace of each product, and also the success of the product in achieving targeted business objectives within the organisation. Then onto the Sustainable Energy category. This is sponsored by SEAI, and this category aims to reward excellence in energy efficiency and renewable energy. So the winning business will demonstrate innovative and measurable CO2 emission saving results through implementing energy efficiency projects and installing renewable energy systems. So to be successful in this category, you should demonstrate how you have integrated these systems in your business, and also how you engaged energy users and decision makers in the process. So entries should successfully demonstrate an individual or team whose exceptional work and efforts have resulted in energy savings. And so these energy savings and cost savings should have occurred over the last 12 months. You should also demonstrate why this work was undertaken and the targets set for the energy savings. Demonstrate the successful energy savings project, how your energy users and decision makers have successfully encouraged and motivated to undertake these projects, any innovative approach in the project, and also the replication potential of your initiative. The next category is Exporter of the Year, sponsored by DHL. This category aims to award outstanding achievement to companies who currently export from the island of Ireland. So the company selected in this category should have a proven track record in export, be able to demonstrate its current export strategy, including plans for growth in existing and new markets. So that's the main 7 categories of the awards. In each of those categories, there is 6 finalists selected who are shortlisted in each of the categories. Then the Emerging New Business category, and this category is slightly different. This is for companies who are within 2 years of starting their business. So it aims to award emerging entrepreneurs that have the potential to grow their companies into successful organisations and will have the potential in the future to win the SFA, one of the other category awards, and who are also showing innovation and creating employment and are really seen as one of the businesses to watch in the future. In this category, there'll be 5 companies selected as emerging new business winners, and they will be profiled along with the finalists in each of the other categories. So now I'm just going to talk about some tips for completing an application. So first of all, please read the rules of entry provided on our website to ensure your company is eligible for entry, and those are the ones that I went through earlier. And also review the entry criteria for each category. I know I went through that there in quite some detail. It is important that you're checking the entry criteria, and also make sure you're addressing that in your application for the judges to be able to, that's what they're going to be marking your entry against. Then the next stage is to select the relevant category. So as I mentioned earlier, you can enter more than one category. But if you're doing this, you must submit a separate application form for each category. So of the 4 of the 5 questions on the application forms will be the same across the categories, but question 3 is different for each category. It's specific to that category, so you must ensure that you read the criteria for that category and that you address that in the question 3. So then when you've decided which category you want to enter, if you download the application form, fully complete all 5 of the answers. Again, I've already mentioned that about the criteria. The judges will be marking your entry regarding the specific entry criteria set out, and also on a note on the word count. Some of the questions have a maximum word count, but this is a guide. So, you know, we say if you can be as succinct as possible, the word count is a limit, not a target. So please don't feel the need to add in any unnecessary text. So really to make the judge's job as easy as possible, you know, and it really is quality over quantity in terms of the answers. So the application form questions, it's divided under 5 headings. So firstly, your company profile, your company description, why you deserve to win the award, your strategy for future growth, and then some financial information. So I'm just going to show you an example application form now. So you'll see this is the manufacturing application form. So you'll see on the first page, it's just the details really that I've ran through there with you. Then you'll see here the entry criteria. So on the first page of each application, there is the entry criteria for that particular category. So make sure you've read that. Then you'll see we just ask for some business information there. So just really your basic company details and also some contact information that we will use to contact you in respect of the award. So whoever is the most appropriate person in your organisation for us to contact. Okay, then I'm just going to go through the questions. So on the question 1, your company profile. So it's really asking you to explain your business in 150 words. This is where you really need to grab the judge's attention. It's your chance to impress and make sure you explain what it is you do. And very often at this stage, and when the judges read the company profile, they still don't really get what the business is about. So in this space, make sure you detail your USP, what makes you stand out, what benefit are you providing to your customers, and why should they buy from you. So this is really your elevator pitch in no more than 150 words. The second question then is a description of your company. So it asks you to detail your company history, your products and services, your client base, plus your main competitors. This is so the judges can understand the size and the scope of your business and also the market you operate in. The company history can be a short background to give a sense of your organisation, and for your products and services, detail be succinct, short paragraphs, and don't include any jargon or be too technical in language. Discussing your competitive landscape then, that allows you to show where you have advantage and where your strengths lie. And copy and pasting your company brochure into this section doesn't make you stand out. So, you know, really try and tailor your answers and make sure you're addressing the question. Then we're on to question 3. So this is the category specific question. So in this instance, why does your company deserve to win the manufacturing category? So here it is really important to read specific entry criteria, as this is what the judges use to score your entries. So again, you can see that on page 1 of the application form and in the presentation there that we've gone through, and also on sfa.ie/awards. So a suggestion here when you're answering this question is really to pick out words from the criteria and use those as headings, and make sure you have address some text to answer each of these criteria. And make sure to qualify any statements you make, back them up with evidence, and if you're asked for evidence, make sure you provide it. For example, if you're detailing how much you invested in financial or other resources to achieve outcomes, will be beneficial. And then, if you're entering more than one category, this is the question that you'll need to change for each entry. So don't miss out on opportunities to enter multiple categories. For instance, you could be a manufacturing company, so you're entering the manufacturing category, but your company might also be eligible to win in the sustainable energy category if you've implemented sustainable energy practices in your organisation. So make sure that you enter into whichever categories you think you're relevant for, because it increases your chances of winning then if you're entering into a couple of categories, if that's appropriate. Oh, sorry there. So yeah, we're just moving then on to question 4. It's your strategy for future growth. So this is space then to give details of your vision and goals for growth of the business over the next 5 years, and detailing your plans and strategy you have in place towards reaching your vision, and also tell us how winning an SFA award would help your growth. And you'll notice there's a word count listed under each question. Then finally, then it's some financial information. So at this stage, you're asked for a simple declaration of turnover, profit and loss, and your staff numbers. So that's for your second most recent year end, your most recent year end, and also a forecast for your next year end. So if you don't fill in this section, your application won't be considered any further by the judges. So it is important that you do provide us with this information. If you progress to the next stage and you're shortlisted as a finalist, you will be asked to provide a set of accounts at a later stage to be submitted to the judging panel. And then in relation to the staff numbers, so if your numbers of employees exceeds 50, you're not eligible to enter, and seasonal workers are not counted as staff numbers for this purpose. So if seasonal workers bring your staff numbers over 50, that isn't a problem. Just indicate that, however, if that's applicable. Then finally, it's just to put in your name of your company and also a signature of the company director, and an electronic version is sufficient for that. So we'll just move back into the presentation. Just bear with me, it's just jumped back. So when you have completed your application form, then we suggest that you save a completed document for your own records. And then you can submit your completed application, preferably in PDF format, via the online submission form on our website. Just show you that. So here we have, again, it's your company name, which category you're entering, and your company details. And then you can upload your completed application form, and then if you hit submit, that will be received by us. So the deadline for entry is 5 p.m. on Friday the 20th of October. You'll receive a confirmation of receipt of your application by email within 48 hours, and then you'll be notified by email by the 4th of December of the outcome of your application. Just going to run through then some key dates in the awards programme and how the judging process fits into that. So the close of entries, as I said, is Friday the 20th of October. And then at that stage, all the application forms go to our independent judging panel. You can see details of all our judges on our website. The judges then shortlist the companies to 6 in each category and 5 in the emerging new business category. Then the finalists are announced through the press on Monday the 4th of December. Finalists are then invited along to a briefing in December. At that stage, finalists are asked to submit some more information for the judges, some more financial information, and a few more details. Then there's a masterclass training weekend in January, which is the strategic training that I mentioned earlier. Then there's an SFA Business Connect event, which will be held at the beginning of February. And at this, the judges will attend and meet each company in person and have an informal interview with them. So it's a chance to meet the judges face to face. And then the judges will then again meet, review all the additional information sent by the finalists, and then they will select the winners in each category. So there'll be one winner in each category and an overall winner, and the prizes will then be presented at the awards gala ceremony at the end of February in the RDS. Okay, so now it's the stage I'm just going to take any questions I have. So I'll just have a look and see what any questions that came in. Okay, so first of all, someone's asking, so I started my company last year, am I eligible to enter the awards? So the question is yes, you are eligible to enter, and the category that would be best for you to enter would be the emerging new business category. As you just started your company last year, that will be the category that you're eligible for, because the emerging category is for companies who established who have started their company within the last 2 years. Another question then is, do I have to be a member of the SFA to enter the awards? And the question is no. The competition is open to all small businesses, like I said, who employ less than 50 people, irrespective of whether you're a member or not of the SFA. Okay, I'll just have a look at a few of the other questions here. Okay, so someone's asking, my business is educational, design, and also a visitor destination. Which category would be best? I'm operating for 6 years and I'm a sole trader. So for this one, you could enter the services category. Depending on the exact nature of your business, I'd say the services one would be a good one for yourself. Another option then for your business would be the outstanding small business category. As you're a sole trader, that category is open to those who employ less than 5 people. So the outstanding small business would be one that would be very relevant for you to enter. Okay, so another question here I have, is there a cost for entering? No, the awards are free to enter. There's no cost at all. It's just the time, and you just need to fill out your application. Then how many finalist companies are there? So there's usually between 35 to 40 companies shortlisted each year, and each of those companies does get a share of the prize package is valued at €50,000 for each of those companies. So it is really worthwhile submitting your application. Okay, so I don't think we have any more questions there today, but yeah, I'm just going to talk to you now about just some other SFA events that you may be of interest to yourself. So we have our Employment Law Conference coming up next week on the 20th of September in Limerick, and then it's in Dublin on the 9th of October. We have a networking event, the first of the season to kick off is an event, Business on the Go. It's focusing on how to get the most from a flexible team, and that's on the 27th of September. Then we have another training and networking event, Business Bites, focusing on employee health and wellbeing on the 11th of October. And then we have the SFA Annual Lunch, which is the highlight of the small business calendar. And it's a great event to kick off the Christmas season on the 10th of November in the Mansion House. So you can find details of all those events and book your place at sfa.ie/events. And then, yeah, finally, just good luck. So good luck with your entry. I hope the webinar was helpful in terms of helping you identify which category might be most suitable for you to enter, and also a few tips on how to complete the application form and what the judges are looking for. You'll see my contact details on screen, so please feel free to get in touch with me after today if you have any questions. Okay. Then finally, I'll just let you know that we have just sent you a short feedback survey, so it would be great if you took a few minutes just to fill that out, and thanks for your time today.